And live here in the Pierce Sports Center in San Bernardino, California, it's day number 2 of the National Volleyball Association's 3rd NVA Cup event of the season. Ira Thor joined alongside two-time All-American Matt Prosser, and we have a match today that very well could have been a preview of the NVA Cup championship match next month. However, both teams are coming in today after taking what I think both would deem as bad losses. Vegas Ramblers took a loss in 5 sets to a Dallas squad that had not won yet this year. And meanwhile, Team Freedom, still in first place in their conference, lost to Southern Exposure yesterday in 5 sets as well. Two teams that have identical 5-2 marks, Matt, but both teams that certainly are going to come out with renewed energy. Yeah,
definitely a bit of a redemption game for both of these squads here for our first match of the day. I know that the Ramblers want to redeem that loss that they suffered yesterday to the Tornadoes, getting them their first win of the season, but the Ramblers are dealing with a little bit of a depleted lineup, as is Team Freedom as well. A couple guys out due to injury, a couple key players. And then Team Freedom also taking down a loss yesterday too that they weren't expecting to have, although they're still currently in first place in the National Conference, so that doesn't hurt their cause. But adversely, on the other side, the Ramblers now deadlocked with 2 other teams, I believe, at 5-2 at the top of that conference. So
yeah, definitely a roadblock over there between the Ramblers, the Stunners, and not the Stunners, the
Stingers.
The Stingers and the Tyrants. The Tyrants, who have made an amazing late-season surge to get themselves in the conversation. Freedom now a 1-game lead over Southern Exposure in the standings, but Southern Exposure with the tiebreaker. Team Freedom, well, they need either 1 win in the next 2 days or both matches to go to 5 sets for them to win their conference and finish in first overall. And as we've talked about, both teams with depleted rosters due to injuries and/or life circumstances, and we'll tell you about some of that as we go along. Quick look at the starting lineups. There's Team Freedom. Ron Dunn at center, number 1. Jake Rosner will get the start on the outside, along with number 8, Bez Arslani, number 2 and number 8. The middles today will be number 11, Zebra Mikael Hoyt, and number 12, Matt Seifert. Joe Norman, number 20, will be on the right side with John Cunningham, number 15, your libero. For Las Vegas, Sean Dennis will be in the middle, number 2, along with number 24, Mark Lane. Number 8, Mike Keegan. Well, he'll be setting. Ryan Mather will be on the right side. Your outsides, well, your standout, Brandon Rattray, one of the top all-around players. There you see him in the entire NVA, along with number 15, Kevin Lopez on the outside, with your libero, number 99, Ryan Manouchian. Your referee is Tony Chen, and Ty Boyd will be the down official. Elvin Otley, Rena Smith on the lines for this one. 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. on the East Coast, where you have now a battle of the Pacific and the Eastern time zones. Team Freedom, well, it's a little early for them normally, 9 a.m., but it's 12 o'clock on the East Coast. Vegas Ramblers, well, they come in coached by our very own Nick England. He'll be along with us later today for some broadcast action, but right now he's on the sideline trying to get some redemption for his Vegas Ramblers.
Man of many roles, Nick England, but yeah, this is going to be an exciting match. I believe 2 evenly matched up teams, both like we talked about, Ira, coming off of losses yesterday, trying to redeem themselves. For the Ramblers, Brandon Rattray had a really strong start to the match yesterday. I believe he had 17 points after just 2 sets, and then he cooled throughout that game. And but really what needs to produce for the Ramblers is Ryan Mather, the opposite hitter. He had a little bit of an uncharacteristically slow match. Couldn't find the court with his attacking and was not much of a factor from the inline. Meanwhile, for Team Freedom, you see Joe Norman getting the start at opposite position. Expect big things out of him. He's 6'10", right side hitter.
They tried to give him rest yesterday. They had John Lutz in that spot as we get started with a service error by Ron Dunn. Lutz finished with 20 kills. He had a lot of attempts, but he was their most productive player because their 3 outside hitters combined for just 19 kills. So they had 19 kills versus 20 for Lutz, who is not playing today. Norman, with as many attempts, could be just as productive. There's one of your new players. That is outside the antenna, so credit the opening kill to Jake Rosner out of UC Santa Barbara, the AVP Pro Tour member. Well, he's getting the start today. Bez Arslani is who he came in for yesterday. Arslani had a rough start to the match, but Bez is back out there today as your other outside. Rosner to serve. And a big pass there by Manouchian. And that is tipped off the hands for a kill by Mather, his first kill of the match.
Nice heads-up play by Ryan Mather, going for the swipe. I think he picked up that shot from his high school days. I remember him using that back when he was playing at Redondo Union High School.
Good pass by John Cunningham, the libero in the middle. There's Matt Seifert delivering.
Expecting a lot of production out of the middles here for Team Freedom. Matt Seifert and Zebra Hoyt, two big middles. Should see a lot of offensive action from them.
Seifert drops back to serve, so Zebra, number 11, is now in at the net. Seifert, line drive, took something off of that one. The one-on-one blocking, and Mather misses wide. They had a one-on-one against Arslani and couldn't come through cross court. That's going to be a factor today. Does Coach England go to his bench early if Mather continues to be inconsistent?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. The Rambler bench is not very deep, but at the same time, they don't have a lot of time to waste on trying to get guys started.
And that's a double block. Zebra and Norman connect.
Very important here for the Ramblers to get the pass up to the net. You've got 6'11" Sean Dennis in the front row hitting against Hoyt. It's definitely an advantage for the Ramblers that they need to take advantage of.
So an early 4-2 lead. We did see Freedom jump out to a huge lead yesterday against Southern Exposure, as that will fall in on a kill by Kevin Lopez. But they were not able to hold that lead, Matt, and ultimately lost that first set, which really dictated the outcome of the contest.
Yeah, you know, the first game of any match, especially the 9 a.m. one, can really be a good litmus test of how the teams are feeling. We saw yesterday where both teams seemed to come out a little lethargic, but stepped up the action as the match progressed.
Doesn't matter how short your memory is. And Team Freedom, they had multiple opportunities to win yesterday against Southern Exposure and just couldn't push the right buttons.
Both teams playing yesterday afternoon. Ramblers had the earlier of the two matches, so both teams with a quick turnaround here now with the 9 a.m. match.
Freedom will also play tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., so back-to-back early matches. So they go back east. Off the hands of Rattray, then off of the I-beam support and swinging from the back row, but too long. He got a friendly bounce off the support system, but could not connect, and Team Freedom with the 6-3 early lead.
I like that attempt by Rattray as that ball hit an I-beam up there, and he was able to get his feet to it, just not quite enough top spin to keep that ball in play.
Early in the morning, but we certainly know our construction terminology.
Comes in useful every once in a while, Ira.
Especially if you're building a facility here in California. That's put away for the kill by Mather, who gets his second, and he'll drop back to serve. So see if he can keep that level of consistency. They have to have a second option at the pins. It can't just be Brandon Rattray all the time. Mather back to serve. Arslani, great pass by him. They go in the middle to Zebra, and he's blocked down. Combo by Lane and Lopez.
That's a great block by Ramblers middle blocker Mark Lane. Played his college volleyball at Golden State. Sorry, Golden West Community College here in Huntington Beach, California. But nice read block by him.
That cuts the lead to 6-5. And good eyes by Bez as that sails wide. And Arslani, former first-team All-American at Kane University, started his career at NJCU, where he played for Carlo Edra, who is now the head coach of Team Freedom. Arslani off the tape, nearly falls in, diving save by Lane. Norman couldn't get a good touch on that, and Team Freedom gives a point to the Ramblers. think that was Rattray swinging at that. That would be Brandon's first kill of the match. And back to serve, Lopez. Over on one is done. Track down, joust at the net, blocked back. They tip it back, does Keegan. Here's a chance for Freedom. One-handed dig on the swing by Rosner by Rattray, and then Brandon does what Brandon does.
That was one of the calmest one-handed digs I think I've seen in recent memory. Perfectly passed right to Keegan, and he gives it right back to Rattray for the kill.
Almost like he actually practices that. And that ties it at 7. And that's into the net. So Zebra will drop back to serve. Did not play yesterday, as Dr. Doug Zema got to start at middle. Had a productive day. Chalked up about a half dozen blocks. They go right side, Lane with a different look.
A little bit of a backslide, back quick. Couldn't really tell how he took off, but it was effective.
Something you don't see too often with the middles here, but it was effective there. Change of pace, and they tied at 8-8. Lane to serve. They go to Norman. One-handed dig will not be saved by Mather as Norman drills that one for his first kill. Joe Norman, a former national champion at Division III SUNY New Paltz, played 1 year there. It's the only year that mattered. He's named to the 2016 NCAA All-Tournament team as he helped the Hawks to their first national title that year. Actually only started 15 of 30 matches, but he came on strong at the end of that 2016 season. He's actually named National Player of the Week. So talk about making an impact in a short period of time. 9-9 is your score. Arslani with the pass. They go to Seifert. That is collected by Keegan and then sent over. Rosner's there. They go to Norman off the hands. Another try here. Arslani back to Norman, and Norman misses too long.
A little controversy here. Someone was in the net. Down ref says that it was someone from Team Freedom.
That's Justin Beaumont, team owner, pleading for the call.
Cannot believe the outcome of that one. Not too sure here.
I couldn't believe the sunglasses he wore into the facility this morning. Showtime, Justin Beaumont. Oh, speaking of showtime, Matt Seifert buries it.
Showing off some diversity with a little underhand pass. Goes right back to him for the quick attack.
Team Freedom could use a healthy dose of Matt Seifert today. Be a free ball opportunity and a blast by Bez.
Passing from the Ramblers really needs to tighten up right now. Their biggest weakness so far in this 9 a.m. game. They're waiting for that espresso to kick in, but their passing really needs to tighten up here.
Been a little lazy passing too, quite frankly. See if they're able to clean that up. Dennis is blocked. The set from the middle. Now Dunn goes to Norman, right to awaiting Lopez. Free ball opportunity, Arslani off Dennis's head. Norman's just gonna poke this one right to Manouchian. And then that is poked to the floor, a useful spot by Ryan Mather, who collects his team high third kill as the two teams played a competitive rally there. Dennis not even phased, caught him on the noggin.
Yep, kept playing.
That might be more effective than espresso to wake up.
Was it, would you say that was a heads-up play, Ira?
I think that's a perfect description. Oh, Rattray with a big-time serve. And Arslani with a response. Free ball opportunity, Norman. And someone is into the net. I believe it was Dennis, and that will give the kill to Joe Norman, his second, and gives Team Freedom back a 1-point edge. So It'll be Matt Seifert to serve, the former standout for the Penn State Nittany Lions. They go to Lopez. Diving dig by Dunn. Norman puts it away.
Joe Norman with a strong start right now for Team Freedom.
Now, they were trying to give Norman as much rest as possible, but they certainly needed his efforts today after taking that loss. If they had won yesterday against Southern Exposure, perhaps Norman is still on the bench and trying to rest his body, but they need him today. They need at least one of 2 wins in the last 2 matches if they are going to win their conference. And Mather, no touch and too long. And speaking, by the way, why this match is so important for Team Freedom, because it doesn't get any easier. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Pacific, they take on the red-hot Texas Tyrants, who might be the hottest team in the NBA right now.
Yeah, that'll be a good test. Day 3 of the weekend, and some fatigue may be in a factor there.
Left a little short there by Matt Seifert after Team Freedom be able to pull out in front by 3. So here's the other middle. Sean Dennis, the 6'11", native of Laverne, California, and UC Irvine. Not a good pass by Bez. Zebra's going to underhand it, and Norman sends it over. They go right side, and that is put away off the hands. Ryan Mather collects his 4th kill.
Ramblers really need Mather to find the court. He was struggling a little bit, has still struggled this morning. Kind of going back and forth. He'll make a hitting error, he'll get a kill. Make a hitting error, get a kill. Hopefully he can find some rhythm from the inline for his squad and then develop a little more consistency through the front row.
And just long, as Rena Smith, the line judge, standing right on the end line, saw it well. I think she got grazed by the ball as well. So it's 15-13. And Norman, 6'9", out of Bayshore, New York. And he misses long. So 1-point lead here. And Mather will drop back to try to tie it. We are a point away for Team Freedom from our first technical timeout of the morning. Good serve. Cunningham with the pass. They go to Arslani. Roll shot for the winner. Bez Arslani's 2nd kill takes us to 16-14 and our first technical timeout of the opening set. We'll be back here in San Bernardino. There you see the Team Freedom bench. Taking a look at the standings right now, right at the top of the conference for Team Freedom. They are 5-2 on the year, one game in front of Southern Exposure right now with a mark of 4-3. It's a log jam on the other side. Vegas, Utah, which has Jake Langlois back today, and that's going to be a huge weapon. And the aforementioned red-hot Texas Tyrants. Back to live action, Bez Arslani, and he will serve too long. It'll be Kevin Lopez to serve. 1-point lead here. Freedom continues to lead, but can't pull away at all from the Ramblers. They go to Norman. That's one way to pull away. Just keep feeding the big man.
Joe Norman just hammering that ball out of the back row. Kevin Lopez in the right spot. Just his arms aren't far enough away from his body, and that ball ricochets off the forearm and out of bounds.
It's amazing to me that Norman only played 1 year, and really only half a year, of collegiate volleyball at SUNY New Paltz. He started his career at George Mason, as that is sent over, dumped by Keegan for his first kill on 2. Started his career at George Mason, was rostered there, but never played for the Patriots, and found his way to Central New York, and had a half a year that resulted in a ring. Arslani with a great pass. They go back to Norman, and why not? Joe Norman continues to put them away, his 5th.
Just keep feeding the big man. If he's hot, ride him in all the way home. He's doing a great job. The Ramblers don't have an answer for him.
This is so important, too, because we mentioned in our intro that yesterday the outsides for Freedom really struggled. Just 19 kills between 3 players. If Norman is able to contribute from the right side, that's going to take a lot of pressure off. And he just misses long there as he was going for the back line. Only his 2nd error.
Credit to Cunningham for that nice dig over there. Number 15 in blue, the libero for Team Freedom.
Cunningham, who also played at Kane University, as did John Dunn, as did Bez Arslani. So you got 4 guys on the court who were Division III standouts. Goes to show there's talent at every level. That is left short. The only Division I players on the floor right now are Seifert and our current server, Jake Rosner, who played at UC Santa Barbara. If I attended UC Santa Barbara, I probably would never go to class. I would just sit on that beautiful beach every day. Paintbrush swing and a miss by Sean Dennis. He'll want that one back.
It's quite a beautiful campus up there as well in Isla Vista.
I don't know. I have between Santa Barbara and Pepperdine. Those are probably the 2 most beautiful campuses I've ever been on. And I'm sure I could be swayed by others that I haven't visited yet, but
sure you couldn't get much different in the extracurricular activities either between the 2.
Rattray misses long.
Ramblers just still continuing to struggle. Can't find their stride just quite yet. Kind of stuck in 2nd gear, it seems like.
I've actually never been to UC Irvine, but I would like to go at some point because I actually have a great uncle who's got a building named after him. You know, this side of the family that's actually smart. Great uncle Frederick Reines won a Nobel Prize in physics for stuff that I don't understand what the heck it means.
Yes. You have a Nobel Prize winner in the family.
Yes, I have no idea. Some quantum physics stuff that I didn't know was a thing. Back in 1996.
Oh, that's relative. That's pretty recent. I thought you were going to say like 1940s or something like that.
No,
but
1996, but I don't understand what any of it means.
Applied molecular physics or something like that.
How about applied? Give me the Reader's Digest version, because some of us are sports and English writing guys and don't understand how molecules interact. Speaking of interacting, we saw Vegas calling a timeout there, trying to figure out a way for them to better interact, because they are down by 4 here in game number 1. I don't think they expected that. Well, that's a 1 answer. If they did, we'll look forward, and that's Brandon Rattray, who has been extremely quiet thus far. He's been un-Rattray-like.
Yeah, he has. A little bit slow, but like I said before that timeout, kind of the whole Ramblers squad looks a little bit slow this morning.
Rattray leaves it. Brandon Rattray is one of the top producers of aces in the league, and the last 2 days, serving just hasn't been there. He's grown a little cold there. Wonder if the workload, and he's 24 years old, obviously, still a young guy, but if the workload and the amount that's been on his back is starting to catch up. Dennis, first real solid swing in the middle. And that's why it's so important to get Sean Dennis going, because he's a dangerous force.
Yeah, Sean Dennis, 6'11", Got a nice approach line on that kind of left to right, right to left attack angle. Got up early, took care of business with that one.
It's a really interesting matchup, and you, I'm sure, as a middle, appreciate it having Dennis go against Seifert, as that is off the tape. Zebra, that is passed by Dennis. Who says middles can't pass? And that's going to fall in as Kevin Lopez gets in the kill column, his second.
Yeah, that was a nice dig by Sean Dennis, and then we saw Mark Lane with the setting duties in transition, so pays to be a well-rounded volleyball player, Ira.
Absolutely. Sean Dennis has helped his team cut the deficit to 22-20. Dennis goes to Norman, and that's a put away and a 23-20 lead. That's 6 kills now, by the way.
Sorry to cut you off, Ira. That matchup is really hurting the Ramblers. You've got Kevin Lopez blocking against Joe Norman. Coach England really needs to focus on that matchup and how he can spin his lineup to possibly have Ryan Mather blocking against one Joe Norman throughout this match.
I don't have Lopez's height, as he was a late addition to the roster. I'd say probably about 6'5". See him standing shoulder to shoulder with Brandon Rattray, who's 6'5", but Joe Norman is 6'9", and he plays bigger than that.
Yes.
Off the tape, 23-20. They go to Lopez, and this time he's able to slide it through.
No, we have a net violation on Lopez.
Ooh, that changes the dynamic a little bit, and now that gives Team Freedom set point, 24-20. And it'll be Joe Norman serving. And what an answer this would be for Team Freedom. They're able to take set number 1 from their first place counterpart in the alternate conference. Won't happen here, as that's left short, but still 3 set points to work with. So Ryan Mather, 6'7", out of Redondo Beach, California.
Currently residing in Vail, Colorado.
That's an ace for Ryan Mather. I was about to say, those are 2 of the most diverse possible locations possible. You have a beautiful beach town. You have a beautiful ski town. And the one thing in common is not much at all.
Ryan's played a few seasons overseas professionally prior to the pandemic. He was, I believe, in Finland and Denmark, where he started his professional career after playing at Grand Canyon University in Phoenix.
Well, maybe that explains his now love for cold weather. You know, being in Scandinavia, now Vail, Colorado. Love to go skiing there at some point. That's certainly on the bucket list. But you know, right now for Team Freedom, 24-22. They had a 4-point lead, and it's been whittled down here a little bit. This is a smart timeout by Coach Justin Beaumont and Carlo Edger to kind of quiet the squad down and just get one good pass.
Yeah, first things first, take care of the pass, get it up to the top of the net, and let their setter take an option to possibly run quick, get it over with quick and fast, or we've got Joe Norman overhead, obviously, waiting to take care of business back there, too.
Of course, you have the potential ice factor here on the server, Ryan Mather. See what the outcome is. 24-20, set point number 3. Rosner with the pass. They go to Norman, and Norman finds the line. Right there looking at it was the official, Elvin Otley, and game number 1 belongs to Team Freedom, 25-22, as they take a 1-0 lead in the match. We'll take a break and get you set for set number 2 here in San Bernardino.
Flow state, the trailblazer, the closer, the do-it-all hero. All of us were born different. Some of us demand more than we were given. Some of us submerge ourselves in the wake, dive into the trenches, and fight with the ferocity of the rising storm. Some push themselves to attain more than those who came before. And those catalysts deserve and demand a form of fuel that will enable them to do so. Introducing Brain Fuel, a cerebral beverage. Be smarter, think faster, live beyond.
Focus. Good pass, put it down. No, come on. Closer. Good pass, put it down.
I'm training for my 6th Olympics. More than ever before, I have to work hard to stay in shape. I run, I lift, I do yoga. That means sore knees, sore back, sore everything. KT Tape helps me push past the pain.
Used by athletes around the world and at home, just like you. KT Tape relieves the pain of aching muscles and joints. Perform at your best. Easy to apply. Use it for many common injuries. KT Tape. Train longer, finish stronger.
KT Tape works for me, it'll work for you.
Hi, I'm Casey Adams, President of Visible Supply Chain Management. E-commerce growth has exploded since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, and that creates unique shipping challenges for e-commerce companies.
First, we have a strong team of professionals with immense supply chain knowledge. This team builds solutions and strategies to help mitigate any challenges clients are facing. Second, we have fulfillment centers across the country, which gives us the flexibility to adapt and scale rapidly to customers' changing needs. Third, our clients have access to a wide range of shipping options through our network of trusted partners. And finally, our expanded portfolio of service offerings enables us to manage customers' supply chains on a global scale.
There are many solutions and strategies that can help you overcome holiday shipping challenges, and we're here to support you every step of the way.
Ira Thor, Matt Prosser back here in San Bernardino, California, as Team Freedom takes game number 1, 25-22. What change would you like to see out of Las Vegas here as they try to bounce back?
Well, I kind of touched on it. They just kind of got stuck in second gear. You know, they never really got into that higher gear going forward. They need more production out of their outside here. Kevin Lopez blocking lineups and matchups against Joe Norman could possibly be beneficial for them to get a bigger blocker in front of them, as Joe Norman had a great first set. And Brandon Rattray, an uncharacteristically quiet first set offensively and from the inline. So going to need him to get going. You see him and Sean Dennis talking. Number 2, that's number 20 right there, Brandon Rattray, obviously. The Ramblers want to right the ship a little bit. They've got to find that espresso shot like we were talking about and get it going into the veins somehow fast, Ira. I could use some myself too.
I could use some myself as well. How do I sign up? Joe Norman swinging away, and it starts off with a double block from Rattray and Lane.
Okay, that's one way to start the set.
Rattray, who's not always active in the blocking game, certainly made an impact there. Lane, second touch he's been involved in. So serving will be Michael Keegan, 1-0 here in game 2. Now it's 2-0. As that's a response, Keegan lands an ace, second for the Ramblers.
It's nice to see the rebound here from the Ramblers, even though it's just the first 2 points of the set, but putting some pressure on Team Freedom.
And that one sails long. Yesterday, the Tornadoes, with the upset of the Ramblers, their first win of the year. Back in May, 2 weeks ago during Memorial Day weekend, the Ramblers went 2-1 during our visit to Atlantic City, a 3-2 win over the Stingers. How important is that right now as those teams are at the top of the standings? The Stunners well, stunned the Ramblers 3-1, and then the Ramblers with a 3-0 win over the Blaze. So as Brandon Rattray comes alive from the right side, each of these matches so important down the stretch because now it's all about positioning. These teams are in the playoffs. We know that. It's just a matter of where they're going to be stocked up in those 8-team matchups. Free ball opportunity here for Vegas, who already leads 3-1, now 4-1 as Lane, he connects for his second kill.
Yeah, nice to see the Ramblers getting some action out of Mark Lane, the middle blocker from Huntington Beach.
Brandon Rattray only had 3 kills in game number 1. So his production obviously going to be important here for Vegas, but they can get Lane working. That's going to really help. Cunningham with the pass. They go to Rosner. What a dig for Las Vegas by their setter. And that is put over for the kill after the great dig by Keegan.
Nice heads-up play by Keegan to get that dig, and Ryan Mather able to clean it up and score the point in transition.
5th kill by Mather. You talked so much about his need to perform, and he has so far. They go to Norman, and Norman misses too long, and huge early lead here for the Ramblers, 6-1 in game 2. And that's going to force a timeout called by Coach Carlo Edra.
Quite the turnaround here. Amazing what happens when you start with a block and an ace, and then a hitting error from the opponent. So Ramblers out of the gates strong. You got that espresso going through the blood veins finally.
They needed a response, and that's as big of a response as you're going to get. To lose game 1 the way they did and be able to come back, you mentioned exactly, get those 2 quick points. And those are ones that suck the soul out of you a little bit, even early on in the set, to get blocked and then to be aced consecutively. This Team Freedom squad has certainly been tested yesterday. Southern Exposure, they had so many opportunities to win that match. How much do they allow what happened yesterday to still resonate in the back of their mind, or is that totally forgotten at this point?
Well, you got to move on after the match is over. Obviously, watch a little bit of video, kind of critique yourself on what you did wrong. Don't worry about what the opponent did, but where you can get better. And obviously, having that short-term memory is important. Kind of forget about it and just move on to the next match.
Question is, do you ever at any point begin to doubt yourself when you fall into a hole like this? And that's the mental battle that Team Freedom's going to have to deal with here in game number 2. Yeah. Can they bounce back? A little paintbrush tip there by Seifert. Here's a chance for Lopez. Cunningham will call for it. That is a clear double. That's an Ira Thorset double. That's basically the way it looks coming out of my hands at this point. It's bad when you call it yourself. So a 7-1 lead. Big serve there by Rattray. Norman. Rattray's there for the pass. They go to Rattray for the Bic with the blast. Brandon Rattray coming alive. His 5th kill now. And the lead is beginning to be insurmountable here in the second set. It's 8-1.
Quite the turnaround here all of a sudden. 8-1. Early game 2 action.
See how far Las Vegas can increase this lead. Brandon Rattray unloads on the ace, the 3rd for the Ramblers. And this is about as big of a deficit you'll ever see in the NBA.
One of the biggest lopsided starts to its set I've seen all weekend, actually.
The largest lopsided score I've seen so far has been 25-12 yesterday against Chicago. Rattray from the back row. Rattray misses, but not by much. He got a big swing. And you see a laugh there by head coach Nick England and Brandon Rattray as he backpedals off the court. Wanted that call. And finally a side out for Freedom. Question is, how do they respond to try to regain some momentum? As you see Jake Rosner serving. Good pass by Rattray, and that allows Lane to come through. Lane puts it to the floor, And Mark Lane's been really good today after yesterday's lackluster performance. 3 kills, 2 blocks in the early showing.
Yeah, they've definitely activated him quite a bit here through the start of the second set.
Lane goes deep. Free ball opportunity. They go right side. Mather. It matters. Mather puts away his 6th kill, the 6-7 opposite. Now when he's on, has become a matchup problem, especially with Team Freedom not starting its 2 primary outsides. Both are out this weekend, as that is put away by Joe Norman for his 7th kill. And I think now's a good time to talk about some of the key pieces that are missing for both squads. Obviously, for Team Freedom, they're without their top 2 outsides, Chris Nugent, number 10, and number 9, Chris Vaughn, the Chris squared combo. Vaughn still dealing with an injury. Nugent had a wedding this week, real life stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they also are without another outside option in Josh Castillo, as we have a collision at the net here. Zebra is very slow to get up. Says he's okay. Good sportsmanship there, as there was a collision between Mather and Zebra. And Mather gets the kill. Vegas is missing some pieces as well. They're obviously without their starting setter, Tanner Maxwell. They're without Antoine Aguillard, who would be their other middle, alongside Sean Dennis. Without Stephen Duho as well, who's done a great job at setting this season, among some other pieces that they don't have available. So both teams certainly are missing some parts of the puzzle.
Yeah, it's a good test of the depth of each team, as we saw yesterday, as well with the Stingers, playing with some key players not in attendance, but still able to pull out a victory.
In the middle, Dennis. He gets the line. Sean Dennis's 2nd kill.
Not a big, thundering, quick attack from Sean Dennis, but effective nonetheless, as he goes high and over the block to the deep corner.
Now, I would imagine by the time we return here, July 10th and 11th for the championship, that many of these pieces who aren't able to be here, 2 weeks after our last event in Jersey, will most likely be here if they're healthy. As crashing into the table, and he's okay, but Ryan Mather went all out and slid into the LED boards, and I can tell you they don't give. And I think he's holding looks like he's holding his right wrist. As you see a close-up, Ryan Mather checked on by Coach Nick England.
Wrist or fingers, it seems like.
Also looks like he has a little blood on his shoulder. So he'll walk over to the trainer and get looked at. Mark Lane's over there as well. Bez Arslani from Team Freedom over to check on Ryan Mather. So you can tell the relationship that these guys have off the court.
Yeah, a lot of mutual respect here within the NBA. It's nice to see, players checking on the other player if there's some contact under the net, or someone makes a good hustle play like that results in, couple bumps and bruises.
And you see Zebra Hoyt and John Cunningham along with Joe Norman for Team Freedom. Zebra is one of the great nicknames in the NBA. Mark Lane for Vegas. Learned a little bit about just the relationship these guys have on and off the court last night. I went down to the pool area in the hotel where everybody's staying just to have a chat with Justin Beaumont, who I've known forever, the owner of Team Freedom. And there were guys from like 5 or 6 different teams out there, just enjoying laughs and, having a beer and
yeah,
just talking about life and just
There's a lot of pre-existing friendships, I believe, throughout the NVA, as you said. Even Coach Justin Beaumont for years, and it's always good for these guys to catch up at these events and spend some time together off the court, outside of competition, and just catch up with each other and do a quick little pulse check and make sure everyone's doing well, at the home front, and what people's careers are up to, opportunities to play volleyball, all those types of things. So it's nice to see.
Taking a look, they're still working on Ryan Mather off to our left. So he's got a little patchwork on his shoulder. So it's not just his wrist. Now he's got, I don't know if it was a cut. I think it looked more like a burn more than anything, like a floor burn.
Yeah, it did look a little bit more like a floor burn or a raspberry, something like that. But any open wound, it needs to be covered up, obviously, for health reasons and personal safety. So hopefully that doesn't impede his arm swing very much.
Sports medicine staff working hard, and it's only 9:56 a.m. Pacific time. There's 4 more matches after this one, folks.
Full slate today, Ira.
Scheduled today, 11:30 a.m. These times are obviously all approximate. OC Stunners against the LA Blaze. 2 o'clock will be the Ontario Matadors against the Dallas Tornadoes. 4:30, Chicago Untouchables and the Texas Tyrants. And 7 p.m., Utah Stingers and Southern Exposure. As that is put away by Dennis.
That's the second dump attack that's been successful for Keegan, the setter for the Ramblers.
I said Dennis because I'm looking at the middle. It was Keegan, so he's got 2 kills now. Because they're exactly the same height. There's a return dump. Lane. Wow, it works out for Las Vegas as Rattray puts it away. What a set from the middle.
Mark Lane getting his 2nd assist of the match so far. Our statistics crew saw that as well. Still impressed by the response here from the Ramblers in set number 2 with a 10-point lead here, 15 serving 5.
They're going to go to Rosner, who gets the touch for his 2nd kill. But he's been fairly quiet today.
He has, I think, expecting some production from Jake, as he's been mostly playing beach volleyball exclusively for the last few years.
Zebra will serve for Freedom, tries to dump it in. Yep. And that's sent over on 2 by Keegan. Joust at the net, Lane pushes it back. They quickly go to Seifert, and Seifert, you could tell just based on the way he was aiming, that one was probably not going to land in.
Hold on a minute, we have an overrule from head referee Tony Chin. So an overrule there that he called it in. So give credit to Matt Seifert for that point. And we're not quite at 16. It's now 7 serving 15.
The way he was swinging, it looked like it was going to be well wide. So for him to even catch the line there just shows just how hard he hit that ball. And it does cut it to an 8-point deficit, but still a big hill to overcome here if you're Team Freedom. And Rattray, well, he destroys it, but it's out of bounds. And, well, we talked a little bit about it yesterday. Chip away, point at a time. These deficits are possible to overcome.
Yeah, and for Rattray, I think that was the right swing. I just think he could have used to go a little bit deeper with it, maybe.
And the lead cut to 7. Better pass for Vegas. And the patched up Ryan Mather misses that one short. So what was a 10-point lead is now down to 6.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if that's had something to do with the bandaging on the right shoulder or maybe just the location of the set. But Ryan had no blockers in front of him on that hitting error.
We'll see how that shoulder impacts the rest of his performance today. Good pass. And roll shot by Rattray. Bez from the back row misses long to end the run here for Team Freedom and takes us to a technical timeout. 16-9, Ramblers in front here in Game 2. We'll be right back.
Meet Tom. Tom is the shipping manager for an e-commerce company specializing in unique, high-end home furnishings. Because these aren't your typical everyday pieces, Tom's often biting his nails every time a shipment leaves the warehouse. His discerning customers will notice every ding, dent, or scratch, which is why Tom trusts one company, RPM Expedite's dedicated network. RPM specializes in hard-to-handle freight that needs a reliable, damage-free shipping approach. RPM boasts 99.3% damage-free delivery. RPM also makes it easy for Tom to customize his shipments. With pricing options, and for transparency and peace of mind, Tom can access RPM's online portal for booking, tracing, and tracking shipments. And of course, if he ever has questions or needs assistance, Tom can always access RPM's round-the-clock customer service. Call RPM Expedite today for your customized, hard-to-handle shipping solution, or visit us online at www.rpmexpediteusa.com.
Back here at the Pierce Sports Center in San Bernardino after our technical timeout, and Vegas in a little bit of a funk. We were talking about it off air. Can you just talk about the difference mentally in terms of earning a point, scoring a point, and being given a point based on errors?
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about it. It was 15-5. It's now 16-9. But those 4 points, that 5-point exchange, the Ramblers didn't actually score a point during that time. They had hitting error, a point scored by the Freedom, and then a service error that gave them the 16th point. So they're in a little bit of a funk. They need to find their rhythm again here and be able to score on their side too.
They go to Norman, solo stuff. Brandon Rattray. And that will wake up the Ramblers.
Yeah, that definitely helps the cause. A nice one-on-one solo stuff block by Brandon Rattray on the 6'9" Joe Norman.
It's a big of a block you're ever going to see in a one-on-one matchup on the pin. And we'll see if Michael Keegan can get something going for the Ramblers. Not here, as the service error nearly takes out the camera. And dropping back will be Ron Dunn, who got to start at setter today. Yesterday, Matt Elias was in that spot. In the middle, Lane is blocked back. They go to Mather. Reach out and stuff someone. A combo block there by Norman and Seifert at a moment that Team Freedom needed it.
Ramblers have to cover that ball. It nearly hit Keegan in the foot on his as he was backing up, watching Mather hit. Got to be disciplined and pay attention to the details and cover your hitters.
Two guys are 6'9" combined on that rejection. Rattray tries to respond but misses wide. And he didn't have a lot of room to squeeze that in. I was trying to watch where he was aiming, and with really the antenna cut off, he didn't have more than a 6-inch window to try to squeeze that into.
Yeah, 2 big blockers right in front of him, although he's used to seeing that, playing professionally over in Europe.
Good pass. They go back to Rattray, and that one will fall in as Brandon Rattray lands his 7th kill. Got 4 here in this set, but Rattray has added a couple blocks as well and an ace, and he finds ways to score points. He will go back to serve. Leaves that short.
Untimely service error. He's got to get some kind of rhythm going from the back row. He's doing a good job offensively for the Ramblers. Would help the cause for them if he's able to produce some points out of the back row. Excuse me, from the inline.
Rattray with the pass. They go to Mather. Chance here from Freedom to respond. Arslani with the tip, but covering was Lopez. Vegas goes to Lopez for the kill. Kevin Lopez, his 3rd. And the lead back to 6.
Nice transition kill right there by number 15 in black, Kevin Lopez. Mark Lane now prepping for his jump serve attempt.
And he leaves it short. So 19-14. Freedom not done yet here in the second set, but running out of room here to try to chip away. And it'll be Matt Seifert. Deep float in the middle. And Dennis able to win the one-on-one battle against Zebra Hoyt. Third kill for Sean Dennis. So first time we'll see Mather serving since he had his shoulder patched up after that aggressive play that saw him slide into the LED boards. That is the response you were looking for if you're a Vegas fan.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice to see him get, I think that's his second ace of the set. Ryan Mather, one of the strongest jump serves in the NBA.
And certainly demonstrates it there, as the lead is 7. And Vegas looking to tie this match at 1-1. Does not get the friendly bounce. So Joe Norman, the right side for Freedom, will serve here. It's a little bit off of that free ball opportunity. Looked like a double touch potentially. And it won't matter as that is into the net for an attack error. Justin Beaumont trying to plead the case that it was a double.
He
but
scored the point. Coach, sit down.
Exactly.
Your team got the point. Sit down.
Here's Justin Beaumont, fancy shorts. Now this will be interesting here. If they're able to get a point and cut this to 4, it's be a little tighter than we first anticipated, especially initially being down 9-1. It won't happen as Norman misses. Went for it, too deep, and now 3 points away, Vegas from evening this match at 1-1.
Freedom has kept it close enough to be within striking distance, they just haven't closed that gap.
Basically teasing their fans. Lopez to serve. Arslani with the perfect pass considering, but that set was well off the mark by Ron Dunn.
Little miscommunication on the timing on that one.
Yeah, I mean that one, even with the timing, I think was outside the flight plan for Arslani. That's well off the court. And the lead is 7 again, as we're in the last phases here of this set. Zebra with the swing. He has not had a lot of opportunities. Roll shot, that's covered by Rosner. They go back to Zebra. Pancake! Oh, what a great dig by Manouchian. And then a touch on the swing. Credit another kill to Rattray, his 8th.
Nice pancake by Manouchian, former libero at Long Beach State, current USA National Deaf volleyball team player. That nice pancake up there and gives his team an opportunity to score another point.
And this is set point. They have 8 set points, does Vegas. Well, Zebra buries that one. His first kill. Finally started feeding him. He has not had a lot of opportunities. And all of a sudden, now 3 swings in the last, couple moments.
Yeah, definitely streaked him across the front row a little bit. The connection between him and Dunn has not been quite on point, but that time it was. And Sean Dennis jumping on the front row setter helps the cause on that one.
Has Arslani to serve down 24-17, and that will end the set as Las Vegas has the answer. They win 25-17, and our first match of the morning. Now we're going to a third set, all even at 1 set apiece. We'll get you set for game number 3 when we come back to San Bernardino.
Hey, my name is Travis, and I'm the founder of Arste. Last year, we launched the Medic, which is a state-of-the-art percussive massager. It works by providing rapid, targeted pulses into your muscles, which relieves tension and increases blood flow. It is a great tool for athletes looking to get an edge in their training or in competition, but it's also great for everyday people who suffer from common issues such as stiff neck, lower back pain, and sore feet. What sets our device apart from others? For one, it's how insanely quiet it is. Second is the extended length handle, which allows you to more easily reach your back. And third, the swivel head, which allows for better ergonomics. We also include 6 different head attachments and a travel case with your purchase. We are so excited to have you try the Medic. We know you're gonna love it. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to us on Instagram or Facebook at any time. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.
The flow state, the trailblazer, the closer, the do-it-all hero. All of us were born different. Some of us demand more than we were given. Some of us submerge ourselves in the wake, dive into the trenches, and fight with the ferocity of the rising storm. Some push themselves to attain more than those who came before. And those catalysts deserve and demand a form of fuel that will enable them to do so. Introducing Brain Fuel, a cerebral beverage. Be smarter, think faster, live beyond.
There you see Dr. Doug Zema and the third middle for Team Freedom. He's not in the match right now, but he is sporting an amazing set of Pit Viper sunglasses, one of the official sponsors of both Team Freedom and the National Volleyball Association. Look at those shades, Matt. He's rocking those. There you see Carlo Edra. Maybe he's going to wear the sunglasses next. Dr. Zema, I think, just realized he's
wouldn't
inside.
mind seeing that, yeah.
I wear my sunglasses at. Third set here in San Bernardino. Ira Thor, karaoke runner-up alongside two-time All-American Matt Prosser. And now, look at Dr. Doug, he's got the moves. And standing next to him is Keith Pigurais, and he's wearing his own sunglasses. We haven't said his name yet today, but I mean, these kids nowadays, man, they're so much cooler in the sidelines than we were back in the day. I just sat there and ate ice. That's what I did when I was on the bench. We ate ice. You weren't on the bench, so you didn't have to worry about that kind of stuff. There's Dr. Doug again. Pit Viper sunglasses. Get yourself a pair so you could be as cool looking as Dr. Doug. You also need a PhD so you could be doctor.
Great for the beach, great for the lake.
See how Team Freedom responds here in Game 3. We are all even 1-1, and Bez just got caught by a big swing by Ryan Mather.
Ryan Mather launching a missile from the left in first swing of the game, setting the tone. Bez in the right spot, but just caught that one a tad high.
Bez needs a pair of Pit Viper sunglasses, and he would have seen that much more clearly. Big serve by Rattray in the middle. And they go to Cypher, but he's dug up by Mather. Mather, a stutter step swing, and he's able to tool the block.
Mather again employing the little swipe throw off the block of Joe Norman for the second time in this match.
Well, the Ramblers now have a team-high 9 kills out of Ryan Mather, so he has certainly responded today.
They need him to.
Rattray, another big serve. Hits the I-beam off the pass, and then Joe Norman puts it away. His 8th kill.
Joe Norman finding the cross-court winner, sneaking it underneath the block of Mark Lane. Lane just didn't get that left hand over the net, protect his cross-court side.
Jake Rosner serving. Off the tape and off the court. And lead is 3-1 for Vegas. They led 9-1 in our second set. And we'll see if they can catch some of that similar magic here, as Mark Lane, who's had a very solid match, will serve. Dunn goes right side. Norman, high off hands, dug up by Keegan. And then triple blocked back. Second chance here for Vegas. Brandon Rattray. Oh, what a dig from Jake Rosner. And Bez Arslani swings away. That will go into the net. Bez with the kill and a side out. Jake Rosner, what a pass.
Yeah, great dig by Jake in the back row. Ramblers a little unconventional transition kill or swing there, but Jake able to dig the ball up and give his team a chance to score that point.
You could see right there where the beach play, the ball control comes in handy here in a situation like that. Seifert to serve. They go to Dennis, and Dennis, was there a touch? Well, it won't matter, is it? To Norman. Oh, so much authority. Joe Norman's 9th kill.
Joe Norman with the big swing right there in transition.
Michael Keegan had his hands up, but just too much juice. And this is Ron Dunn serving. Dunn goes deep with that. And a little change of pace there, effective for Brandon Rattray, picks up his 9th kill.
Yeah, nice change of pace, like you said, Ira, for sure. Brandon changing it up a little bit, going off of his approach line and turning it back towards the smaller blocker.
Rattray with the big serve. That's going to go over on one and put away by Ryan Mather for his 11th kill. We do apologize to those of you who were watching live, as we had some technical difficulties. And we did lose the feed momentarily, but we are back on, and well, a 2-point lead here for Vegas, 10-8. And the dangerous Brandon Rattray with the toss. And he misses long. Our next match, of course, will be a SoCal special. It'll be the OC Stunners and the LA Blaze. And Mathers blocked back. Second chance, Lopez got the touch for the kill. And you saw Michael Keegan setting, just that ever so quick glance at the court to see where the blockers were before he set.
Yeah, it's a nice little move. He gives it a quick glance. It makes the blockers stay honest. Doesn't allow them to leave early, right? And he can pick and choose his target for who he wants to set.
Norman, that is going to find the floor. Good effort by Lane to try to get there, but Joe Norman continues to deliver. It's kill number 10. Yeah, anytime I see a setter do that, you know, my first thought is he's going to try to dump that ball, but what he did, it was exactly what you said. Forced those blockers to stay put there. So the lead is 1 for Seifert to serve. Good float. 1-on-1, and Mather misses too wide. He has not made an error in a while. Nick England, coach for Las Vegas, jumping up and down, trying not to spill his, looks like a cup of tea. Man, Nick England, my God, he can still get up there. We don't see Nick upset too often. He now has a shaken tea. Now he's smiling. And we're even at 11 all. They go right side back to Mather. Mather doesn't miss 2 in a row. Kill number 12. And Mather so calm and cool out there. Didn't let the previous swing impact him. Serve off of the tape. They go to Norman. And Norman got it. a little bit of a pause there on the decision. But Norman, he's been by far the best player for Team Freedom today.
Yeah, Joe Norman, very effective opposite hitter for Team Freedom. Didn't get the start yesterday, perhaps saving him for this match. Hard to say what the philosophy was in that move, but making the most of his opportunity today.
They go to Lopez, and he's going to get the kill. I thought there was a net violation.
There was. It was on Lopez. He followed through.
Yep, so Lopez
got the net.
That's an error on Lopez, and Team Freedom takes the lead, Matt. 13-12. Now, talking to Coach Edra, he did mention that Norman kind of asked for the day off yesterday, that he needed it. And, well, I think that rest certainly has helped him here today. He's been so effective. By the way, so is Mather. Mather got pulled early yesterday as I was left short. As Mather was not effective yesterday, and it's that time to think about it. He's come out as a new man today. He's been the best player for Las Vegas.
He has, yeah. He's seized the opportunity. After a little bit of a slow start, he's come on strong through set 2 and almost halfway through set 3 here.
And that says a lot, because it's almost always that it's the Brandon Rattray a story, and Brandon's been great today, but Mather's just been the more impactful player.
Well, the Ramblers do need a supporting cast to step up sometimes and take the lead role away from Rattray, give a little relief to him, and allow him to be a little bit of a supporter as well, instead of the man that is expected to score the majority of the points.
So Norman got the last kill. That's going to be poked to deep. Arslani waiting for it. They go right side. Why not to Norman off the hands. Nujian got a piece of it, and Rattray sails that one deep. And the lead is 2 for Team Freedom.
Nice set all the way off the inline there to Rattray. Just overran it a touch. Can't keep it in play.
Bez with the serve. They go back to Rattray, and Rattray is blocked back. Dunn and Zebra put it down, and we go to our technical timeout here in Game 3. Freedom up 3.
Focus. Good pass. Put it down. No, come on. Closer. Good pass. Put it down.
I'm training for my 6th Olympics. More than ever before, I have to work hard to stay in shape. I run, I lift, I do yoga. That means sore knees, sore back, sore everything. KT Tape helps me push past the pain.
Used by athletes around the world and at home, just like you. KT Tape relieves the pain of aching muscles and joints. Perform at your best. Easy to apply. Use it for many common injuries. KT Tape. Train longer, finish stronger.
KT Tape works for me, it'll work for you.
Back here at the Pierce Sports Center, and we are seeing Team Freedom with 3-point lead, still sporting those awesome sunglasses. Get your own Pit Vipers. They have them on the sideline here because it's bright in the spotlight of the NBA. Cesar Arslani will continue to serve, number 8, native of Wayne, New Jersey. Serves it deep. They go in the middle to Dennis, and Dennis gets the finish. That's his 5th kill, and a much-needed side out for this Ramblers squad. They're going to see a substitution.
Yeah, this is Antonio Boucher coming in, serving sub for Sean Dennis.
Boucher, 6'4", out of Vegas. That's a Long Beach City College, LBCC. Good serve. Arslani with a better pass. Zebra earns his stripes.
It's probably the first, maybe second solid attack from Zebra, and the connection with Ron Dunn has been a little stressed throughout this match, but nice to see that they're continuing to find their rhythm together.
And the lead is 17-14. Mikael Hoyt Member of the Trinidad and Tobago national team. Serving, that slides through the hands for Brandon Rattray. That is his 10th kill, along with 2 blocks and an ace. And you'll see the setter, Michael Keegan, played at Purdue University. They go to Norman, and Norman tools the block. Joe Norman's 13th kill. And I said Purdue, he's actually played at Purdue Fort Wayne, so this is obviously a different campus where he played his game. Still a very good program. Lopez swings away and avoids standing on Michael Keegan's hand as he does so, but he misses too deep. Purdue Fort Wayne, formerly known as IPFW.
The Mastodons program, played for Coach Ryan Perrott, former middle blocker himself. I had the pleasure of playing against Rock back in the day.
They go right side to Rattray, dug up by Arslani, who gets out of the way. Then Norman stutter step swing. And there for the dig is Keegan. Right side, Brandon Rattray, the big approach, and a better finish. So Rattray will serve here. His team still down 3. They could use a big ace from Rattray here. Takes something off of it, looking for that ace. They go over to Rosner, and they get the one-on-one block from Kevin Lopez, his second.
Nice one-on-one solo block by Lopez. Made a nice move on the lefty. Rosner, that can be sometimes tricky blocking against the lefty, but Lopez says, not this time. Shuts it down.
2-point now deficit here for Vegas. That one is too deep. We're talking about Michael Keegan in his time at IPFW. 3,541 career assists. Very consistent. Played 2016 through 2019. Averaged just over 9 assists per set every season. Talk about consistency. Another good set from him. Blocked backs and come over on 1. Here's a chance for Freedom. Done to Norman. Power tip deep. Joe Norman's 14th kill, and Team Freedom up by 4, beginning to pull away. Rosner with the serve. Back set. Mather blocked. Norman Seifert putting an exclamation mark on it as Freedom leads 22-17. And that will force a timeout from Las Vegas. The Ramblers with a convincing win in game number 2, 25-17. But we talked multiple times about the need for a short memory, and that's it right there.
Yeah, Ramblers find themselves in trouble at the moment, down by 5 points here as Team Freedom looking to pull away and win set number 3.
And I don't know how, if you're Vegas, you respond here. They have not gotten a lot of production out of Lopez, and with Rattray in the back row, do you keep sending him big attempts, or do you hope that you get a little bit more production out of your other pin?
Yeah, a little bit of a tough rotation for the Ramblers. You've got Mark Lane in the front row. Not the most offensively minded middle blocker weapon that they have, and especially when Rattray's in the back row, yeah, you do have to keep running the bick. You've got Lopez and then Ryan Mather overhead. So the Ramblers do need to have a solid game plan here coming out of this this timeout and pass the ball up to the net so they can run a solid offense here. So
Rosner will serve, 3 away from taking the game and taking a 2-1 lead in the match. 1-on-1, and that is some production out of Kevin Lopez. He picks up his 6th kill. So he answers the call. Mark Lane will serve. Go 4-point deficit. They go to Norman, off the hands. And then Dennis swings away. One change for Las Vegas. Ryan Schickling, number 5, is in the match. Schickling lays out, can't get that. Another kill for Freedom.
Yeah, Schickling came in for Rattray just to play the back row most likely, give Brandon a chance to catch a quick little rest here. Schickling, another outside hitter, one of the better passers, but a bit of an offensive liability in terms of his height on the court.
And Matt Seifer with a big serve, and they'll send this one over. Free ball opportunity. Team Freedom up 2, looking for a big finish. That will help as Joe Norman buries it. Kill number 16. And he and his Team Freedom squad have 6 set points. It's 24-18. Matt Seifert will look to finish it. In the middle, Dennis dug up by Dunn. And Norman sends it middle of the court. Schickling with the dig. And Lopez, that's a two-handed finish. His 7th kill, staves off the set for a moment. And we'll see Ryan Mather to serve. Big serve, Cunningham up for the task, and Zebra, Schickling gets a hand on it. Here's Lopez swinging too deep, and that will do it for game number 3 as Team Freedom, with the response they needed, after falling by 8 in game number 2, they win by 6, 25-19, and they lead the match 2-1. Sunglasses are on, Team Freedom, well, we'll see if they can keep it going when we go to set number 4 live here in San Bernardino, California when we come back.
Hi, I'm Casey Adams, President of Visible Supply Chain Management. E-commerce growth has exploded since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, and that creates unique shipping challenges for e-commerce companies.
First, we have a strong team of professionals with immense supply chain knowledge. This team builds solutions and strategies to help mitigate any challenges clients are facing. Second, we have fulfillment centers across the country, which gives us the flexibility to adapt and scale rapidly to customers' changing needs. Third, our clients have access to a wide range of shipping options through our network of trusted partners. And finally, our expanded portfolio of service offerings enables us to manage customers' supply chains on a global scale.
There are many solutions and strategies that can help you overcome holiday shipping challenges, and we're here to support you every step of the way.
Flow state, the trailblazer, the closer, the do-it-all hero. All of us were born different. Some of us demand more than we were given. Some of us submerge ourselves in the wake, dive into the trenches, and fight with the ferocity of the rising storm. Some push themselves to attain more than those who came before. And those catalysts deserve and demand a form of fuel that will enable them to do so.
Now we're back here in San Bernardino, which will be where we are in a month's time when the NVA Cup is decided. You saw the promo for it, July 10th and 11th. Well, these two teams could very well be involved in that conversation, both at the top of their respective conference standings right now. And Team Freedom needs one win to clinch that #1 seed in their conference.
Very much
the set, they got it.
Very much a possibility that these two could meet in the quarterfinals or semifinals, or even most likely not the finals, based on the structure of the format, but meeting up in the finals somewhere throughout that event as well.
Yeah, very well could be a possibility that we see these teams play again, two of the better teams in the league, and a great way to start our morning session. Norman, first swing of the set, dug up, Rattray high hands, Cunningham can't get there. And Brandon Rattray that is now 12 kills, ties Ryan Mather for the team high. In the middle, oh, Matt Seifert, annihilation.
Yeah, Matt Seifert dropping a bomb right there. Great set from Dunn from the knee. Tees it up for his 6'10" middle blocker and just absolutely delivers on that one.
So Jake Rosner will serve. Left-handed outside hitter. Mark Lane, he's dug up there by Cunningham. They go to Joe Norman. Lopez is waiting for it. Mather swings away. Good defense by Dunn. Joe Norman gonna have to send this one over as the set was too shallow. One-on-one, and Brandon Rattray will win that matchup against almost anybody in the league.
Yeah, one-on-one typically does favor the hitter, especially if he's number 20 in black.
Brandon Rattray, he will serve his team up 2-1. Cunningham, great pass. Seifert's blocks back. They go to Norman this time. Waiting for it was Keegan. And from the back row, delivering is Brandon Rattray for a 3-1 lead. And it looks like they're going to be going to Brandon Rattray well more often here in this fourth set as their backs are against the wall. He's already got set 3 times. 3-1 lead.
Might have something to do with that little bit of a rest that he got at the end of that last set.
This is always a good thing. That's why Sunday was invented, but we'll be here tomorrow. Joe Norman puts it away. Joe Norman, that is now 18 kills. No, 17. I can't read my own handwriting. He'll have 18 soon enough at this point.
Yeah, wow, 17. Leading all scorers.
17 kills. He's been involved with 3 blocks. And Matt Seifert, your server. Back row, Rattray. Zebra! Reach out and stuff someone. And we're even at 3. That's a big answer when you have Brandon Rattray staring you down and you can put that kind of a defense up.
A well-disciplined block right there by Hoyt. Drops his hand in and takes care of that.
Hoyt is an undersized middle, and that is all timing there. That will come over on 1. Another chance for Vegas. Another swing for Mather. And the second one, oh, he can't believe it. He got blocked back the first time, went back to the cannon, and my God, Matt, he just missed a wide open back corner.
A little adversity here for the Ramblers now, finding themselves down by 1 after a good quick start. You said Hoyt is a little undersized. We don't have his height on our stat sheet here, but when you're standing next to 6'9", 6'10", guys like Joe Norman and Matt Seifert, you do look a little undersized.
Yeah, his height not available, but standing next to Norman at 6'9". Bez Arslani is 6'2", so I'm going to...
We'll just split the difference.
I think he's probably about 6'4". I think 6'4" is a fair assessment. I try to stand next to these guys when I'm not sure and measure based on my own height as Bez Arslani puts away the kill. His fourth. 6 foot, so I think he's about 6'4" from what I've seen. That's a new age way to do measurements.
Have you seen that app on the iPhone that take a picture of something and it measures it? I wonder if it works on people.
It works for when you're trying to order a pair of pants. So we'll see if it works on people. I'll have to try that. As Matt goes to the App Store. He's going to measure me to see if I've shrunk. 5-5 is our score. And it'll be Ryan Mather serving there. Cunningham got enough on it, and then a rare double call. Ron Dunn with the infraction. Six-5 lead for Vegas. They need to win this set to force a fifth. Arslani, that's saved by Norman, but it's going to catch the ceiling, so credit the ace. Ryan Mather, his third.
Applaud the effort there by Joe Norman, 6'10", diving into the front row stands, almost taking out our cameraman. Trying to get that ball back, realizing that his team now down by 2. Trying to wrap this matchup in 4 sets for Team Freedom, if possible.
And misses that one long.
Yeah, they're not being able to find real estate on that one. Couple errors here made by Ryan so far in this set.
So Bez Arslani serves too short. So Lopez will serve. He has quietly had a productive match. We talked about needing more production out of him, and he has delivered. He's got 8 kills now. And this is just long here. So Zebra, who had the big block a few moments ago, 8-7 his team down. Having to run this one down is Michael Keegan. And there's a block. Triple put up by Dunn, Seifert, and Rosner. The only way they're going to be able to shut down Brandon Rattray is to force him into making mistakes.
Yeah, and now they've tied it up once again. 8 points apiece. Showing off the benefits of working hard on the block and getting 3 blockers in front of the hitter.
That is left short. Lead goes back to Vegas. So that will mean Sean Dennis will serve. 9-8, Vegas in front. Arslani there, a little tight with the pass, forces Dunn to send it over on 2. And getting the kill is Rattray. That is now his 15th. He's begun to pick up business. Dennis has got 5 kills and a block, and a service error now as well.
Unfortunate, untimely service error by Sean Dennis, very frustrated with himself.
Dennis just completed his senior year at UC Irvine. And landing the kill is Ryan Mather. That's his 13th. So Michael Keegan was former 3-time academic all-conference in the MIVA during his career at IPFW. Norman with the swing. They go outside, little roll shot. Can Freedom respond? Norman, oh, what a dig by Manouchian. And then sent over like a little bit of a lollipop sweep. Another big dig by Manouchian. Another block back, Lopez covers. 4th time. Oh, Cunningham's there on the big swing by Rattray. And Norman is blocked back. Longest rally of the match so far. Can Norman finish it? No. Can Vegas finish it? Oh, double collision in the middle. Everybody's slow to get up. That's a big moment here. Team Freedom's in trouble as Matt Seifert is hurt as he laid out for that one, and he's grabbing his left shoulder. As he and Cunningham collided as they ended that rally. They're going to do a replay, but if Seifert's hurt, Team Freedom's in trouble. He is a difference-making middle as they're at middle 1. And they train her out on working on his shoulder. You can see him in pain. That is his left shoulder. So as the athletic trainers help Matt Seifert up, we'll take a quick break and return to action. There you saw Matt Seifert's shoulder being worked on. And if he's not able to go, likely will be Dr. Doug Zema out on the court. Or no, they're going to make a move actually. This for the first time, we're going to see number 17, Keith Kagurais, 6'6" middle, played for St. Francis University out of Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. He has not seen action either in this event or in the last event in Atlantic City. So first time we'll see Kagurais out on the court. He is cold off the bench. Can he help? Norman with the swing. Cunningham with the dig. Catches the I-beam. Bez is there and they'll send it over. 2-point lead for Vegas. And that's going to fall in. Rattray puts it away. That's his 16th kill. And Seifert still walking around, flexing that shoulder. 3-point lead for Vegas. In the middle, oh, well, the new force puts it away as Kagurais gets the kill, the big swing.
Yeah, if you're going to be on the court, get him activated, see what he can do, right? We all know that Matt Seifert carries a big offensive load for Team Freedom. It's important for Kagurais to come in and expect to get set, make a difference for his squad.
In the middle, oh, Mark Lane with an answer. And a 13-10 lead for the Ramblers. Big serve from Rattray. Cunningham with the pass. They go to Joe Norman. That's blocked back. Norman looks to Bez, takes a little bit off of that one. They go to Lopez, snake through, and gonna fall for the kill. So Kevin Lopez, this is his 9th kill, and the lead grows to 14-10. And you see Matt Seifert continue to be worked on the sideline. How will that impact the outcome of this match? Norman, not a great pass. Arsani still gets a swing, and an effective one indeed.
What an unconventional kill for Bez, as Joe Norman's set didn't quite go where he was hoping it would, but Bez betters the ball and is able to manufacture a point.
Probably the worst assist you'll ever have, but at the end it matters what the outcome of the point is, and that is a side out for Team Freedom. And there you see Keith Kagures, who was an EIVA Defensive Player of the Week multiple times when he played for the Red Flash. Won the award 3 times as a sophomore, junior, and senior, 2016, 17, and 18. And he finished his career with exactly 300 blocks. So he was a very effective collegiate player for the Red Flash.
Huh?
Same league, by the way, as Matt Seifert. Lead is 15-11. They go to Norman. Oh, and Norman buries it.
Wow, Joe Norman, authority behind that one. Strong right side attack. Nearly takes Mark Lane's head off.
18th kill for Joe Norman. They need him to come through now without Seifert as an option. In the middle, Sean Dennis, his 6th. And the lead grows to 4 again, 16-12. And that takes us to our technical timeout here in the 4th set as Vegas leads 16-12. We'll be right back.
Flow state, the trailblazer, the closer, the do-it-all hero. All of us were born different. Some of us demand more than we were given. Some of us submerge ourselves in the wake, dive into the trenches, and fight with the ferocity of the rising storm. Some push themselves to attain more than those who came before. And those catalysts deserve and demand a form of fuel that will enable them to do so. Introducing Brain Fuel, a cerebral beverage. Be smarter, think faster, live beyond.
There's the Matt Seifert on the sideline. Tell he's still in a lot of pain. And with his presence not out on the court, how is that going to impact this match here for Team Freedom? He's still trying to stretch out that left shoulder. Injuries are part of the game, Matt, but that's a big one to swallow if you're Team Freedom.
Yeah, that's a tough loss for Team Freedom for sure. He's obviously takes up a big role with that squad, not just physically, but psychologically as well. One of the pillars of their team, and they're going to miss him.
He might be the most important player on the floor for them, and that includes Joe Norman, as that is left short by Ryan Mather. So his absence can really change the complexion of this.
Still looking for some sort of a injury update on him, but clearly a left shoulder contusion.
In the middle, Dennis, and he misses that one wide. Matt, were you able to get a medical update from the bench?
I was told a left shoulder strain.
That is blocked back. See Lopez swinging away again, and this time tools the block. Well, a strain is better than a sprain.
Yeah, looks as if he may be ready to go back in. He's standing up at the front of the bench there, shaking it out, keeping it loose.
If this goes to a 5th set, and we're starting to look like it will, he may reemerge. Arslani with a good pass. Zebra! I'll drop a bomb on you. His 3rd kill, and none more decisive than that. The lead is 2.
Matt Seifert has re-entered the game.
Wow, how the tide has turned. We'll see how the sports medicine magic works here. And that finds the court. Brandon Rattray lands his 17th kill. And we will see for the 2nd time serving substitution as Antonio Boucher will come in to serve for Sean Dennis. They go to Joe Norman. Good hands by Boucher. Oh, and left short. Brandon Rattray wants that one back. And the lead back to 2. So Team Freedom able to stay the course without Matt Seifert, not allow the lead to get too far out of hand. And quite frankly, Keith Gurrice did his job.
He did. He made an impact coming in here. Matt Seifert, the warrior that he is able to come back in.
Rattray will roll this one over. Cunningham looks to Rosner. Rattray there for the dig. They go to Rattray, and Rattray with the finish.
I'd like to see Joe Norman move his block in a little bit. Give Rattray some more line to hit. The errors that Rattray has made hitting-wise, they've been down the line. Wing blocker needs to come in just a touch.
So serving is Keegan. Rosner will slip it through. Jake Rosner's 3rd kill. They keep trading points, and at what point is it an ineffective approach here for Team Freedom? They need to close within 1. That won't happen here as Brandon Rattray drops a bomb as well. His 19th winner.
19 swings, 19 kills for Brandon Rattray, 18 for Joe Norman. Quite a battle shaping up.
Brandon Rattray, big serve. That's going to catch the I-beam. Eventually it has to come down. Arslani will swing away, and he slips it one-on-one off of the hands of Ryan Mather. And Bez has his 6th kill. So, we keep going back and forth here. And we'll see if Matt Seifert's healthy enough to serve well. It's a pretty good serve out of it. In the middle, one-on-one, that's blocked back by Zebra. 2nd chance, little tight. I don't know if that ever went over. Zebra gets it to fall anyway. Mikhail Hoyt, Trinidad and Tobago standout with his 4th kill, his 3rd of the set. And Matt Seifert has the ball in his hands. Nowhere close to 100%, but he has a chance, Matt, to tie it here. Brandon Rattray gets the kill from the back row, and what a job there by Ryan Mather to duck and cover.
Yeah, nice avoidance play by Ryan Mather to not get hit by the ball.
That is the quietest 20 kill effort I've ever seen. Brandon Rattray now has 20 kills, and Mark Lane will serve. That's going to be a free ball opportunity here off of the serve. They go to Lopez. Cunningham off the ceiling, and was once a 1-point game. Now sees Las Vegas pulling away 22-19. And Freedom, well, they're probably going to talk this one over. And they will. So as Team Freedom goes to a timeout, so will we. We'll come back to see how the fourth set concludes.
Hey, my name is Travis, and I'm the founder of Arste. Last year, we launched the Medic, which is a state-of-the-art percussive massager. It works by providing rapid, targeted pulses into your muscles, which relieves tension and increases blood flow. It is a great tool for athletes looking to get an edge in their training or in competition, but it's also great for everyday people who suffer from common issues such as stiff neck, lower back pain, and sore feet. What sets our device apart from others? For one, it's how insanely quiet it is. Second is the extended length handle, which allows you to more easily reach your back. And third, the swivel head.
So Team Freedom calls the timeout to try to slow down the Vegas train, which is seeing Mark Lane serve, trying to force a fifth set. They go right side. Norman a little bit off the mark, goes down the line. Lane was there waiting for it. Rattray from the back row gets his 21st kill. And if you're from Vegas, that number 21 definitely has some significance. (23-19). That is wide. But Team Freedom, talk about crunch time right here. It'll be Joe Norman to serve. It's something wild to happen here if they're able to get back within striking distance. They go to Mather, and Mather delivers.
Big clutch swing there by Mather to give the Ramblers set point, forcing a fifth possible set here.
So 4 set points here. Ryan Mather trying to win a second straight even numbered set. Team Freedom won the first and the third. Vegas won the second 25-17. And unless Bez Arslani is able to get this run going, we're going to game 5. In the middle, Dennis. That ball's gonna fall in off the back of Zebra. The kill for Sean Dennis is his 7th. And game number 4 goes to Las Vegas, 25-21. And we are going to a decisive 5th set. See Ron Dunn and Antonio Boucher will call the coin. As Joe Norman you see on the bench, Team Freedom. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back, get you set for our decisive 5th set here in San Bernardino.
Flow state, the trailblazer, the closer, the do-it-all hero. All of us were born different. Some of us demand more than we were given. Some of us submerge ourselves in the wake, dive into the trenches, and fight with the ferocity of the rising storm. Some push themselves to attain more than those who came before. And those catalysts deserve and demand a form of fuel that will enable them to do so. Introducing Brain Fuel, a cerebral beverage. Be smarter, think faster, live beyond.
Focus. Good pass, put it down. No, come on. Closer. Good pass, put it down.
I'm training for my 6th Olympics. More than ever before, I have to work hard to stay in shape. I run, I lift, I do yoga. That means sore knees, sore back, sore everything. KT Tape helps me push past the pain.
Used by athletes around the world and at home, just like you. KT Tape relieves the pain of aching muscles and joints. Perform at your best. Easy to apply. Use it for many common injuries. KT Tape. Train longer, finish stronger.
KT Tape works for me, it'll work for you.
We thank our sponsor, KT Tape. It's the only thing holding Bez Arslani's right shoulder together. Number 8 for Team Freedom as he takes the court with his KT Tape shoulder, and a Team Freedom squad that, well, injuries are part of the game. We saw Matt Seifert go out, and it certainly had an impact on that 4th set. That's history now. At this point, they got to hunker down and try to win this game. Now, for Team Freedom, they either need to one more win or their final 2 matches to both go to 5 sets. This goes to 5 sets, so this does help their cause a little bit regardless of the outcome, but they would like to certainly have this big win over Las Vegas.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it will help their point accumulation, but if they could be the first team to 6 wins in the NBA in their conference, that would be a nice confidence boost to them as well. Although they are currently sitting in first place, it would just solidify that spot location a little bit more.
Remember, our next match, which will start about half an hour after the conclusion of this one, will be the OC Stunners and the LA Blaze, the Battle of SoCal. And it'll be Team Freedom on the receiving end of a Ryan Mather serve as we get going here. Game number 5, and the first swing is too long. Ira Thor alongside 2-time All-American Matt Prosser, and Nick England will join us likely for our next broadcast after he's done coaching Las Vegas.
Let's hope they get the W for his sake, and everyone at home that has to listen to him.
Matt Seifert with the serve, Dennis with the delivery.
Nice attack line there by Sean Dennis, being able to cut it back, cross body.
So we got Kevin Lopez, even 1-1. There you see the ball in his hands of their outside 2. And he's too deep, so a lot of service errors from the Vegas squad as they're handing points over to Team Freedom. Remember, we played a 15 in the 5th set, as you all likely know. It's always a good, healthy reminder, though. As Joe Norman will serve it, he looks up. These really nice LED lights here in the Pierce Sports Center. Leaves it short.
A little bit of a missed serving battle at this point through set number 5, and we'll see a serving substitution for the Ramblers as Antonio Boucher comes in to serve for Sean Dennis. A bit of an early service substitution, but
floater goes to Rosner. They go right side. Joe Norman, and he puts it away. Rosner, a little bit of a lazy defensive attempt there, just stuck out an arm, and Joe Norman puts away his 19th kill. Bez Arslani, who is number 2 on the team right now in kills with 6, has been way more productive today than he was yesterday. They go to Brandon Rattray, 22nd kill for the standout Rambler.
Great touch there by Rattray. Just right over the blocking hands of Hoyt and Dunn.
36 kills between Rattray and Mather in this one. Michael Keegan, your server. Arslani with the pass. They go to Norman again. Norman down the line and then tipped over by Mather. Rosner, Rattray's there. Chance for Vegas to capitalize, and cross court they do. 23rd kill for Brandon Rattray.
Rattray with the hard cross court winner in transition.
And the lead is 1 for the Ramblers, 4-3. Norman a third time. Lopez waiting for it. Arslani there with the dig. They go back to Norman, and Norman unloads the cannon.
Freedom needed that one. Joe Norman swinging in transition, hammering the ball, finally getting that kill. Some nice defense by the Ramblers.
20th kill for Joe Norman. Mikhail Hoyt, Zebra, will serve. Sends a deep float. Rattray swinging away, and Brandon Rattray continues to get the job done. Averaging close to 5 kills per set. That's his 24th. His team leads by 1. There's Brandon Rattray. And he gets the ace. Rattray, what a time to deliver his second ace of the match. And Team Freedom's going to talk it over.
Well-timed ace. Nicely timed timeout from Team Freedom, trying to not allow him to continue a service run, trying to ice Brandon Rattray a little bit here.
Well, if you're Team Freedom, you lost yesterday in 5 sets. You played a lot of 5-set matches, by the way. You know, just looking back at the last event in Atlantic City over Memorial Day weekend, Team Freedom needed 5 sets to beat the Blaze. He needed 5 sets to beat the Stingers. And they lost in 5 sets yesterday to Southern Exposure.
And that's good, because every time they go 5, they're guaranteeing themselves at least 1 point towards their point accumulation for the tiebreaker, if needed. Obviously, it's better to win a match in 3 or 4, because you get 3 points for those victories. 1 point for a win or loss in a 5-set match.
They have a better chance, just based on the way the teams are trending, to get a victory today against the Ramblers than they will tomorrow against the Tyrants, who are red hot. But we'll see tomorrow if that is indeed true. Norman, he had no chance there to get a full swing, and a frustrated Joe Norman throws the ball away. Dunn just could not get a clean set. Norman had a stutter step approach, and the power tip is into the tape.
Unfortunate break right there. That set was just a little bit too tight.
Cunningham with the pass off the serve. Norman, that's going to go deep and just long. So Joe Norman gets the kill. That's his 21st. (7-5). Crucial point of the match here for Team Freedom, with Ron Dunn serving. And that is a bullet from Ryan Mather.
Big swing there by Ryan. We saw him start this 5th set like that. Nice to see him get the 8th point with a strong cross-court winner. Teams are going to switch sides now, as we do, at 8 points.
As they switch sides, Vegas gotten a lot of production out of Brandon Rattray and Ryan Matadors. Unofficially, Rattray with 24 kills, 2 blocks, and 2 aces. Ryan Mather, though, probably a bigger impact just because of the need to get more production out of the right side hitter. And Mathers delivered today, 15 kills and 3 aces. Mark Lane with the serve. His team up by 3. Seifert, his first attack attempt since he came back from the injury. And he does land his 5th kill. So here is Jake Rosner. 3 kills and a block. Left-hander with the serve. Lopez gets the line.
Big swing there from Lopez. They needed that one. Nice to see Lopez contribute in this 5th set. Now building a 3-point lead for the Ramblers as Mather sets to see if he can add to his 3 aces so far in this match.
And Kevin Lopez now has 11 kills very quietly for the Ramblers. That is left short by Mather. Oh, he can't believe it. And it'll be Matt Seifert to serve. Running out of time here. Down to 7-9. They trail. Sends it deep to the libero. From the back row. That's 25 kills from Brandon Rattray. And the lead is 3, and Team Freedom now really facing an uphill battle in the 5th set. They go to Norman, and a double block. Dennis and Rattray. And it's looking like sunset time here for Team Freedom as the Ramblers are pulling away. It's 11-7. Lopez serving. They go to Bez. Running this one down will be Lopez. A little tight. Rattray's just going to have to flip it over. Norman, and another double block. Back-to-back combos here. Rattray pointing at the crowd. Sean Dennis involved in that as well. And it'll be a timeout from Team Freedom, but probably too little too late. Our next match, the OC Stunners, the LA Blaze, that obviously will not start at 11:30 Pacific. It'll be 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. Of course, why would not the first match of the day go to 5 sets to completely throw off the schedule for the rest of the day?
A bit expected, although not disappointed. We just want to see good volleyball.
Oh, we want to see great volleyball. As long as you don't have a flight to catch, which we won't until tomorrow.
Too hot outside anyways right now.
It is a little warm. That's Jersey boys. Not really used to the inner California weather.
Inland.
Sorry, inland. It's 84 degrees at 10 a.m. Zebra says, well, let's keep playing. Zebra drops down his 5th kill. I mean, it's not going to be that hot today. It'll be only 95. 3 days will be 108, so I think 95 is the nice day to go out and go for a stroll. Joe Norman the serve. That's coming this way.
Careful.
I got it. Mine. And an ace for Norman. My hands are amazing.
That was a good catch, Ira.
I'm going to get it in the basket. No, I'm not. All right. All right, Boomy. Boomy. I deserve it. That does cut it to 12-9, but still a big uphill battle here for Freedom, unless Norman could repeat. Ooh. And he does! Back-to-back aces for Norman. Team Freedom ain't done just yet. And we're going to see a timeout from the Ramblers. And a good timeout called here by Nick England to calm his squad down. They had a 5-point lead, and when you have a Joe Norman on your roster, it can do what we've just seen over the last 3 points, which is manufacture points. Have a chance to battle back, which is what they're doing. Standings, well, there you see them. As Team Freedom trying to stay atop. They lose here, they will pick up their 3rd loss in a row after a 5-0 start to the year.
Not the direction you want to be going as you head into the final event, right? You want to be playing your best volleyball of the year as you go into that event number 4, chase for the championship. But unfortunately, some injuries have hampered Team Freedom and life responsibilities, like you prefer to call it, Ira.
12-10 after the timeout. Norman, can he get 3 in a row? No. And Team Freedom's 2 points away from falling here to the Ramblers. We will see the serving substitution again. Antonio Boucher. This may be an illegal sub, which means Sean Dennis, because they've used the limit, will have to stay in. No penalty for that, of course, just means that Sean Dennis will have to serve. 13-10, the Ramblers on top here in the 5th. They go to Zebra. That's blocked back, and Norman couldn't keep it in play. And we have match point after the block by Lane, which was his 3rd, by the way. Match point for Dennis. And he gets it here. That ball is stuck in the rafters as a reminder.
The replay. It'll be a replay.
Of what was. It's going to be a replay. Can we get a shot of the ball that will never be seen again? Wedged between the I-beam and the roof here of the Pierce Sports Center.
The 2nd event in a row, we've got a live ball go up into the rafters that results in a replay.
See if we can get a shot of that at some point, but either way, match point here for Sean Dennis. He gets to do it all again. And it lands on the wrong side of the court. It's really nice Mikasa volleyball wedged against the ceiling in the I-beam.
It's in there pretty tight, it looks like, too. That one's not coming down for a while.
Well, the ball is properly inflated. Match point for Arslani. And Brandon Rattray's 26th kill will finish it off as the Ramblers bounce back and they win the 5th set 15-11. And they win the match 3-2. Your scores in favor of Las Vegas: 22-25, 25-17, 19-25, 25-21, and 15-11. For the Ramblers, they improved to 6-2 on the year. They will conclude the NVA regular season schedule in the final match tomorrow against the Ontario Matadors. Team Freedom drops their 3rd in a row. They are 5-3. They will conclude the schedule tomorrow against the Texas Tyrants with a 9 a.m. Pacific time start. As Las Vegas, behind 26 kills from Brandon Rattray, 4 blocks and 2 aces, and a much better performance from Ryan Mather, who had 15 kills and 3 aces. That's enough to propel the Ramblers to victory today. And we will have a post-game interview coming up. There you see the ball wedged in the ceiling. Great camera work by our team. I don't know how we're going to get that one down. Maybe a ladder lift, or I don't know. Maybe you just chuck the ball at it until you wedge it loose, or I don't know, until you get a second ball stuck up there. But we will have our post-game interview with our man of the match. And it really could have gone to anybody. But we're going to talk to the Ramblers starting setter today, Michael Keegan, the 6'3" setter who came in today and led an offense that saw everybody getting involved. Brandon Rattray with 26 kills. Ryan Mather had 15 kills. Sean Dennis had 8. You had a good performance from Kevin Lopez today, who had 11 kills. Big win for you guys. Can you talk just about the game plan, the distribution today to get everybody involved in this game, in this offense?
Yeah, that was the plan, just to get everybody involved. I mean, obviously with an arm like Brandon Rattray, it's super easy to be really one-dimensional. But I was trying to kind of get us all in it, because we had a slow game yesterday, lost a game that a lot of us thought we shouldn't have lost. We thought it was on ourselves, so my goal was just to kind of get everybody in the flow today. And I wanted to get Ryan Mather going, better connection with Sean Davis. I've only played with him a few times. So I was really working on trying to get everybody involved, and it worked out in our favor today.
What did you guys learn from yesterday's match that you took into today's contest? Obviously, you talked about getting Mather more involved, which we talked about during the broadcast was probably the most important element in terms of bouncing back. But what did you learn from yesterday's contest? Because on paper, I don't think anybody saw that coming.
Yeah, including us. I was a little shocked on the court myself, but I think what we just learned is that it's kind of on us. We can decide outcomes of games, and we're not good enough to come in and just with no energy cruise through to wins. I mean, we saw. Oh, thank you. Anyway.
Well, that's a first.
Yeah.
The post-game interview interrupted by a missile here.
Yeah.
You're the man of the match. I think you should get a ball.
I'm going to keep it. Yeah, it's mine.
Yeah, you need something in the trophy case. But what we're talking about before we were so rudely interrupted, yes, the bounce back and just having Mather involved.
Yes, it's really important to have him involved just to take some of the strain off of Brandon. Obviously, with his pro career overseas, it's obvious to everyone that he's the big gun on our team. But getting some help from the other guys really helps take the pressure off him and puts less blockers in front of him and helps him get going even more too. So it was real nice to have Ryan bounce back today.
Now, you obviously had a great career at Purdue Fort Wayne, so you have experience coming in, but you replaced Tanner Maxwell, who's kind of been in the setter one spot. Your own game, knowing that you can come in at any moment and be involved, how do you keep yourself prepared to be that guy who can quarterback this offense?
Kind of just thinking that way all the time. Like you're always expecting to play, and luckily with our Ramblers team, we have 3 setters who all do a pretty good job, so we get rotated in and out a lot. Unfortunately, I'm the only one here this weekend, so I'm getting, well, fortunately for me, unfortunately for the team, it's just me. And so you're just ready to go all the time, and I try my best to keep guys, keep their heads up and keep dudes involved and engaged in the game. And I think if I can do that, we have a good chance of winning.
Well, it was fortunate for the team because you are our man of the match. And before we let you go, just want to talk about just the situation now in the standings. This was an important win for you. Ramblers improved to 6-2, a log jam at the top of the conference with the Utah Stingers and the red hot Texas Tyrants. You guys knew coming in that this was a must-win.
Yeah, we knew it was a must-win because of yesterday. So before the game, we were just making sure everybody was fired up, and I wanted to make sure that everyone was on the same page. I didn't want some of us going in there thinking it's a must-win and other guys going in thinking it's the top team from the other side, so if we lose it, it's okay. And luckily for me, everybody was right on the same page, and we came out firing and played good through all 5 sets, I thought. So I was really happy with how we performed today.
Well, that's Michael Keegan. He is our man of the match as the Las Vegas Ramblers are able to outlast the Team Freedom in a matchup of 2 teams at the top of their respective conference standings. They win 3-2 to improve to 6-2 on the season. 1 match tomorrow against the Ontario Matadors to close out the regular season prior to their championship event in July. That will close us out here live from the Pierce Sports Center in San Bernardino. Our next match, well, it won't begin at 11:30 a.m. It'll be about 30 minutes from now as we'll see the OC Stunners against the LA Blaze. On behalf of my partner, Matt Prosser, and our man of the match here, Michael Keegan. I'm Ira Thor. Thanks for watching this broadcast on the NVA. We'll be back. Match number 2 coming up in half an hour.